How was your day?
That's good.
Did you surf?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was better than yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Also because I'm improving. Because yesterday was my first day.
Yeah.
So yesterday I managed to stand up once.
Yeah.
Today maybe 5 times.
5 times. Wow.
Not for long, but still.
Where did you go surfing? There or a bit? I mean, you could go a bit further into the water or in the white water. Did you surf in the white water? Like in the...
It was quite close to the
Shore.
shore.
Okay. So you could walk, yeah?
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I also thought about going surfing today, but I was too lazy, so I just slept a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we also went out yesterday night, so I was a bit tired.
I went home a bit earlier.
Yeah. It was probably a good idea.
Yeah.
The disco was not that interesting. I mean, it was interesting to see it, but overall it was extremely crowded. There are so many people. It's too much. It was too much for me. I mean, it's not that I don't like discos. I just don't like that kind of discos that are way too tight. I mean, I always had people around me, so I don't feel comfortable. And it's like this.
Is that the mountain over there, very far away?
Yes.
Very dim.
Sometimes you can see Tenerife from here, but not today. But did you see it? The Teide, I guess, the big mountain would appear a bit to the right of the other mountain. It's pretty interesting to actually see Tenerife, because usually you don't see that.
But it looks like to be something right out there.
Really? I don't know.
Maybe I just imagine.
I mean, I also see something,
But it's too big?
Oh no, it's not too big. I mean, the mountain would be exactly on that height. It might be Teide, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just some clouds, but yeah, maybe it's Teide. Overall, it's interesting to see Tenerife, the other island, from here.
Yeah.
How was the surfing with the waves? The waves were pretty high today. Was
The
it
waves?
Yeah. Was it a problem or was it okay?
Make it more difficult.
Yeah, that's true. I went to swim a bit before the race, the red flag, and it was pretty dangerous for me. Sometimes I would stand there, see this huge wave coming at me, and I would be like, oh no, that's not gonna end up that good. But in the end, I would just go down and usually it would work. Sometimes even going down wouldn't help, so the wave would take me up, but overall it's okay. And now we have low tide, so all the big waves are back there, and here it's pretty safe, I guess. Yesterday around
It's
this...
much easier to surf now
Really?
than in the morning.
Yeah.
Like over there,
Yeah.
maybe. Just maybe because it's far away. They seem more smooth now. Not that sharp.
Yes. But overall, it's an interesting place. Even if I'm not surfing, I mean, sometimes I go to that stone, but not in these conditions when it's really quiet. I mean, where there's no wind and no waves, because it's relatively dangerous to go. It's not dangerous, but I always try to stay safe. So when it's really safe to go there, I go there, and it's really interesting to walk there. A lot of people go on that rock there. It's extremely interesting and a nice experience.
In these conditions, I can think that if you go there, then there can come water that make you fall.
Yes.
And then you can hit the stone or something.
Yes, that's true. There might also be some currents, because the stone is not quite correctly positioned. I mean, when I was swimming towards it, I noticed it had some cavities underneath, so maybe it would be
scary.
Yeah, it's pretty not safe. I mean, the stones over there are much safer.
Yeah.
But it's impressive how low the tide is. We can see everything. That's so cool. What else did you do today? Just surfing and
And then relaxed.
yeah, that's a nice idea.
Yeah.
A lot of people sleep after surfing because it's way too exhausting.
And the surf lesson is 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there are 2 groups, one for 2 hours and one for 3
Yeah.
hours. But after 3 hours I got so much sun, so I think I shouldn't be more in the sun that day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my hands are pretty bad. That's okay.
It's easy to see where the wetsuit
Yes,
and
yes. And on your neck as well.
Yeah, that's the most difficult because the sun is
Yeah.
behind all the time. You should have 2 beaches, one pointing north and one south.
Yeah.
You can alternate,
That's
so
what
not
this is.
always getting the sun.
Yeah. I mean, there are 2 beaches. The other beach is just a few meters, like maybe a few hundred meters on the other side, but
sure.
they are not. I mean, there are waves, but they are not as nice as here. And there's no beach. There's more like a port and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
There is also a ferry. See, I think it comes from Tenerife. You can go to Tenerife, come from Tenerife with a ferry really easily. Overall, there are so many ferries going around the islands. I took a ferry almost from all the islands. I mean, I took a ferry from Fuerteventura to Las Palmas. I took a ferry to Tenerife, from Las Palmas. To Lanzarote, I don't remember. No, to Lanzarote I took a flight. But overall, there are ferries going everywhere, and they are pretty cheap. I mean, around 25 euros, and they take me there. And overall, the ferry ride is also an experience itself. I would like to sit in the ferry, watch the island go by, and eat something.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
The food is also not that expensive, around 10 euros, and you get a full, like something that would make you full. Yeah.
Otherwise, I think sometimes food on ferries can be expensive.
Yeah, it depends on the ferry.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 euros is not that cheap for the Canarias in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's totally worth it. I mean, how often do you take a ferry? In my case, once in a year, once in half a year, then 10 euros is okay in that case.
That village looks interesting. It's like sitting on top of the
Yes.
mountain.
I'm really curious what that is. I mean, it's really interesting. It's so high.
Yeah.
Maybe it's even part of Las Palmas, I don't know. I mean, Las Palmas stretches way into the mountains. Well, if we go in the city. I discovered it this time. I didn't even know it would go that far in the mountains, but yeah, I took the bus and realized the bus would go and go and go up and up, and it will be still Las Palmas, the city, not.
I think it's too far to walk.
It.
Must be. Right?
I don't know.
Maybe if you have a long time.
I mean, a few hours maybe.
Yeah. So it'll be.
Yeah.
It's difficult to judge, but it must be somewhere around here.
Yeah, maybe we could get its name. I mean, it's directly along the beach, so.
Yeah.
But not along this promenade street, so it's a bit hard to. Oh yeah.
It's difficult to judge.
It is. Maybe it's here, but it can't be that small.
No. It's too small.
I mean, it has houses and